Getting in a big political scoop, Sachin Pilot has given a clear deadline to Sonia Gandhi, says leadership needs to change. He says Congress will lose under Ashok Gehlot, says Congress will lose all Lok Sabha by polls scheduled within 6 months of Vidhan Sabha elections. Sources say Pilot has informed that after Karoli, Sonia has no other option but to choose Sachin over Ashok Gehlot. And let me go across to Aishwarya, who's joining us from the newsroom. Aishwarya, this seems to be a direct ultimatum to Sonia Gandhi, but we've seen it in the past. Such ultimatums have been given by Sachin Pilot earlier as well. So the big story that we are telling you, Sachin Pilot gives a final deadline to Sonia Gandhi, says that there has to be a change at the top. Pilot tells Sonia Gandhi that it's important to change the Rajasthan leadership. And let me go across to Aishwarya, who's joining us from the newsroom. Aishwarya, final ultimatum being given by Sachin Pilot, but we've seen that there have been a lot of deadlines that were given by him earlier as well to the Congress leadership.
Well, absolutely, yes. Well, absolutely, Sucharita, let there be no doubt about it. And we are being told by our sources, rather confirmed by our sources, that it's a deadline which has been given by Sachin Pilot to Sonia Gandhi, though sources also say that it was a very good meeting and after a very long time between these two leaders, that is Sachin Pilot and then the Congress president. But in this meeting, Sachin Pilot, according to our sources, has very clearly told that if Ashok Gehlot remains as the Chief Minister, Congress will lose. If Ashok Gehlot remains as the Chief Minister after Karoli, Congress will lose. And not only the Vidhan Sabha polls, but the next general elections, which are scheduled just within the tenure of 5 months. So after Vidhan Sabha elections in 23, there is going to be the Lok Sabha polls, and the time difference is only 5 months. So it could be a real big debacle for the Congress party if they do not change the leadership. And Sachin Pilot, according to our sources, has very clearly said that in this an hour-long meeting, a closed-door meeting between Sachin Pilot and Sonia Gandhi, he has laid out facts. He said that Ashok Gehlot, the manner in which the Congress cadre has been demotivated, and especially after Karoli was discussed. We can also tell that to our viewers that the post-Karoli political scenario in Rajasthan is very different, and Karoli is going to have a political reverberation in the state, and hence Sachin Pilot making that clear in that hour-long meeting with Sonia Gandhi that if the leadership of the state of Rajasthan is not changed with immediate effect, it could have a real reverse ramifications for the Congress, not only in the coming Vidhan Sabha polls but also in the general elections. So very clearly it has been conveyed to the Congress president, to the Congress leadership, that you need to change the leadership, you need to change the Chief Minister, you need to choose Sachin Pilot this time around over Ashok Gehlot. No more internal politics, no more dynamics. If you want Congress to survive, you have to change Ashok Gehlot with Sachin Pilot. That is what's been conveyed by Sachin to Sonia Gandhi directly in that hour-long one-on-one meeting. Back to you to the studios.
Aishwarya, we've also seen in the past that Sachin Pilot has asked for a leadership change in Rajasthan. What do you see are the chances that the Congress leadership is going to be listening to Sachin Pilot this time around?
Well, the Congress leadership has not taken any assertive decision. We've seen that how after Jitin Prasad, Jyotiraditya Scindia, we've seen all these top leaders just moving out. But this time around, Congress cannot afford a Sachin Pilot moving out. Sachin Pilot is a mass leader. The difference between Jyotiraditya Scindia and a Sachin Pilot is that Sachin Pilot can really turn votes around, and Congress party understands that. And now when you have a ruling state, and if Sachin Pilot has that authority over the MLAs, as he has suggested according to our sources, and he claims, and he has given facts and figures, a whole presentation has been given. So it's just not verbal communication, it's in black and white. Facts have been given, presentation has been given, that if you continue with Ashok Gehlot, it is not only for Sachin Pilot personally, it is for the Congress party. So Sachin Pilot playing a very, very smart game. He's not making it about him personally. He's making it clear that it's for the Congress party. It is for the betterment of the Congress party. That's how it is being, that's what the perception. That's the perception which is being given to the Congress president, that if you don't choose Sachin over Ashok Gehlot now, you will not only lose Rajasthan, Sucharita, you will also lose the Lok Sabha seats which fall under Rajasthan, and that is something which could really be upsetting the Congress party. And Congress, after losing Punjab, cannot afford losing Rajasthan. It would mean that Congress has been officially reduced to a regional party. Sucharita.
Right. Aishwarya, there are many MLAs that are on Sachin Pilot's side. That is very clear. But but the same kind of, or maybe more support is something that Ashok Gehlot also has on his side. So it will be a difficult choice for the Congress leadership to make. But this time it seems that it is that Sachin Pilot has really given a final ultimatum to Sonia Gandhi. Let's just listen in to what Sachin Pilot has to say.